Well, the blip has become a complete wobble, and we're at serious risk of one of the biggest bottle jobs ever. Two massive games today as we look to keep our title challenge on track. Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2024 and another part of non-league to Champions League with Sad Shields. Today we have got two massive matches, one against Reading and one against Sheffield United, both at home, as we are looking to get ourselves back into it. It feels crazy to say that. We are actually still 4 points clear at the top of the table, but have a look at this form. Since you were last with me, which I believe was the 3-3 draw against Wolves, we've lost 2-1 to Luton, bounced back with a wonderful 4-0 victory over Derby County. Gonzaga, Aaron Ramsey and Adingra scoring there. We then drew 3-3 at West Brom. Again, having to come back from 3-2 down. You can see we had a 93rd minute goal and a 96th minute penalty that got us back into the match and got us a point from that. We then bounced back with a 3-0 victory over AFC Wimbledon, but we've again gone 3 games without victory, losing to Blackburn at home, who were second place, by the way. Drew 2-2 against Sunderland. Again, a late equaliser in that one, getting us back into it, and then losing 4-2 to Bournemouth. Really poor performance there. But fingers crossed, we have got all of that out of our system, and it should be a fairly comfortable run-in. We're playing Reading and Sheffield United at home. Those are massive matches today. But then we've got possibly relegated Carlisle. Then we have got Coventry at home, Swansea away, Plymouth away, Hull at home, Rotherham away, and Stoke on the final day of the season. Rotherham and Stoke are going to be tricky ones, but fingers crossed it should be all sewn up by then, because we are still 4 points clear at the top of Blackburn, at the top of the table ahead of Blackburn. It's not panic stations just yet, but we are getting that way. I mean, if you look at last season, we got 93 points and didn't go up, so we need to make sure that we are comfortably ahead of that target. Bournemouth are on 65 points, so they're 11 points behind us. Remember, promotion is the priority. We're 11 points clear at the moment of third placed Bournemouth, but it's been a little bit squeaky bum time, a little bit of a bottle job. Quick look at squad performances. Top goal scorer is still Ethan Wheatley, 21 now, 13 for Gonzaga, 8 for Adingra. Top assists is 15 for Adingra, 13 for Minty and 9 for Gonzaga, and top average rating is Chamadeu with a 7.28, 7.27 there for Minty as well. But we have had a few injury issues, fitness issues. It's not been an easy time, and I think that's where we're going to sort of come into our own over the next few weeks, because once we've got through today's matches, we pretty much comfortably have a week between every one of our matches from now until the end of the season. So we should be in a decent place. But you look at that run of form since Birmingham, only 2 victories in the last 11. And that's mid-table form. We are kind of riding on the wave of our brilliant start of the season. It's a miracle that we're still 4 points clear at the top. Ethan Wheatley now the top goal scorer in the division. But we do need to get back on track, and hopefully today will be the time. Come on, boys. Let's have a look at the team for today. We have got Evan Watts starting in goal. Very close to having Sam Johnston back. Unfortunately, he is going to be retiring at the end of the season because he wasn't in the first team because he was injured. That is so stupid. But he is retiring at the end of the year. I think having him back in between the sticks is going to help. Equally, John Lafudu, I told you about his retirement. He's retiring at the end of the season, as is Isaac Hayden. So we are losing a fair few players. Rob Holden has announced his retirement as well, even though we've just signed him. It was just a short-term deal anyway. But 4 players that are currently in our first team squad and could play on any given game. They are retiring at the end of the year, so wouldn't be too surprised if there wasn't a couple more in there. Will Hughes is a bit of a candidate. I think. Who else have we got? Who else is old? Matt Target. Yeah, he could be another one. I don't think he will, but he is 34. It doesn't say anything about him thinking about retirement, but hopefully he won't. I think he would be a very key player. But yes, we've got Evan Watts starting in goal, then Chamadeo Naroki, Brodie Hughes and Tyrone Martin in defence. We've got Will Hughes and Ronan Cromie as our defensive midfielders, with Toklamati, Gonzaga and Adingra starting behind Wheatley up top. Minty's been out recently because he's been injured. He's passed a fitness test. He could play today, as well as Aaron Ramsey. He's been out a little bit recently as well. So we just need to get our form back. Hopefully we can beat Reading today. I mean, you know, these are two tough matches on paper, but I fancy us to turn it around today, especially in front of you guys. We seem to perform better when you guys are watching. So hopefully you bring us the luck that we need today to go and beat Reading. As I say, it's a very tricky sort of run of form that we've had, and it's a bit of a bottle job, but because we started the season so well, because we were unbeaten almost for so long, it's really helped our cause, and as I say, I think once we get through these two matches we should be okay, and hopefully we can get through them with some points. That's off the post and Brodie Hughes gets it clear, but that's exactly the sort of panic that we have been having on a regular basis. It's going to be Burton that whips it in here for Reading. He whips it in, and there's the header from Obi, and it's away. Now Martin is going to go on the counter-attack here, and you can see there's plenty of claret shirts forward. Here's Adingra with a chance. Can he get it across to Wheatley? It's a corner for South Shields. Very, very good here. Hopefully that's not the end of highlight. No, it's not. It's going to be Adingra that whips it in. Naroki's going to be waiting there, as well as Brodie Hughes. It's a far poster. Oh, Wheatley handled the ball. Hand of God into the back of the net. What a shame. What a shame. Remains 0-0. Okay, let's encourage the boys. Obviously keeping an eye on that Blackburn game. Luton could beat Blackburn. And that would help us out a little bit. If we can get 3 points here and Blackburn lose, because they're putting pressure on us. I mean, they absolutely dominated the match that we played against them. So they are, pound for pound, probably the best team in the division right now. We are going to go attacking because I think we need to really make a statement in this match. We're dominating possession. Let's go and try and get a few goals and just get the confidence back. We've had a group meeting and sort of said, we've not been playing well, but let's not keep our heads down. We're still in a very good position in the league. People seem to react well to that, which usually they get very upset, especially because at the end of the day, we're only expected to avoid relegation, really. Here's Martin, gets it across to Toklamati. Here's Chamadeo with the shot, and it's a good save. It's not what you wanted. You wanted it on his strong right foot. He has launched some goals in there, has Junior Chamadeo, but unfortunately not to be this time. And coming up to 60 minutes, of course, we played Reading in the last episode. They beat us in the FA Cup, so they've had our number in the past, and we've not put them to bed today. And this is a dangerous looking set piece. When they take time over it, it's usually because a goal's coming. So there it goes out wide to Burton. Burton forward. Buckley with the shot. What a save from Evan Watts there. Needed to be as well. It's brought back, and now here's Nolan. Good tackle from Wheatley, and now here's Will Hughes. Gets it to Adingra. What a terrible touch that is, though. He's not having a good game today, and I think we are going to have to bring on some of the players that are lacking a little bit of fitness, and we might do it right now, actually. And the other problem is Adam Ida has been injured, so he's not been able to come in as a backup striker. I'm going to bring Minty on. I know he's not got a lot of health. And, well, Will Hughes has been awful as well. So we're going to bring on Sam Raksaki, move Cromie out to the ball-winning midfielder. 3 changes. This could change it around a little bit here. And fingers crossed it will. 20 minutes to go. There's not been many shots in this match, but we have had big control of possession. We just need to start going for it, I think. Evan Watts is having a good game. Cromie's having a good game. He's been good since he's taken over the captaincy duties. He's definitely stepped up again, and he pretty much performs every single match. Here's Humphreys, gets it to Buckley. Now here's Burton. This would be a sucker punch for us. It's cleared by Cromie. Watts, a performance from him, but still Redding press forward. It's forward towards Douglas. It's Obi and it's in. I think he's offside though. Woo. 5 minutes to go here. Let's keep an eye on how are Luton doing. Luton are 1-1 with Blackburn. So hopefully they can get a late winner there. Or maybe we can get a late winner. Well, not to be. No harm done. We don't lose, but I don't think Blackburn took advantage, did they? No, Blackburn drew 1-1 with Luton. So we're still 9 points clear now of Bournemouth, who have taken advantage of that. And we've still got 8 games to go. It's terrifying that we could potentially bottle all of this. But fingers crossed that will steady the ship a little bit. We do desperately need a win, though. Well, here's a little bit of good news for you. We have an elite talent in our latest youth intake. Donovan Robinson, 15-year-old Jamaican. He's apparently already National League North standard. Could be a 4.5-star player, so he is looking like somebody that could, if developed correctly, he could be a player for us in the Premier League. Same with this guy, Kai Worm. I mean, what a name that is, Kai Worm. Was born in Saarburg in Germany. That's an interesting one. Where was Donovan Robinson born? From Jamaica. Okay. It's funny how we have all these foreign players in our youth intakes. But yeah, a couple of players there. It's an average intake. But starting to get some really top quality players. I mean, imagine if he came in season 1, he would have went straight into the first team, probably would have ripped it up. But he's a little bit unfortunate that he's come in so late into our journey. But hopefully he will come good in the next few years. Well, we've had to change up the team a little bit here. I am going to go for Sam Johnston in goal. Ryan Wood comes in at right back. Matt Target comes in at left back. Raksaki in defensive midfield. Minty and Ramsey return in the side. And as I say, we've had to make those changes because fitness is an issue. And even though we did the old trick of giving them a day's rest in between the 2 matches, they're still not back up to full fighting fitness. So this again, it's a big challenge for us because Sheffield United will probably have a fresher team, although they were also playing a couple of days ago. But Adam Ida returns onto the bench. That's good news for us. It gives Wheatley a little bit of competition. Blackburn are already 1-0 up at Coventry, so we need to try and keep that buffer of at least 4 points, because then, you know, it's very much in our hands at that point, and we can afford a slip up between now and the end of the season. The longer we keep that 4 points to the good. But I'm hoping having Johnston back between the sticks, that gives us a little bit of extra protection. That's a good ball forward towards Adingra towards Wheatley, who doesn't get there. Ramsey's there. Here's Hughes in. It's Ramsey eventually, and that should have been 1-0. How did he not score that? That is ridiculous. Well. Here's Adingra now. Adingra on this left-hand side. Didn't have a good game last time, but hopefully will come good here. Here's Raksaki. Raksaki gets it towards Minty. Oh, it's a beautiful save. But how did that not trickle past the goalkeeper? And sometimes you just feel like it's not meant to be. And FM, for some reason, is punishing us. And, we did have quite a few unhappy players in January. And maybe that's what has swung the tide a little bit. But team cohesion is good. The morale is good. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, this big drop-off in form, other than a bit of a bottle job, people getting nervous. But, well, what a tackle that is from Naroki. It was a very risky tackle, but he got it anyway. Here's Gerardo. Will it make any difference? Because there's the header, and it's 1-0. Martin Mahoney puts Sheffield United ahead. And as I say, we just can't seem to perform at the moment. And I don't quite understand what it is. I don't really... Well, we haven't changed anything. I think we're just going through one of those really sticky spells. But this would mean we're only 1 point clear of Blackburn. Which, when you think how far ahead we were... That is ridiculous. I think we're only 6 points ahead of Bournemouth. I genuinely think we might have to go through the playoffs again this year, and we're just going to go into them in the worst possible form. And that really would be a massive sucker punch if we had to go through the playoffs this year. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to come back from that if we didn't go up this season. But it's going to be 2-0 here. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, I just have no idea. We're just all over the place. And I mean, even our goal difference is being caught up by Blackburn, which of course it would be. The more we lose, the more that's going to happen. Right. It might be a Cap 5 at half time. We haven't had one of them for a while. Aaron Ramsey's been pretty awful, so we're going to put Gonzaga on there. Matt Targett's been awful. Rocky's going to come off as well for Rob Holding. And we're going to keep one substitute back. But we're going to berate the boys. Going to try and get them going here. Because we shouldn't really be losing this match. At home. Here's Letitia. I mean, is it going to be 3-0 before we know it? It could well be. Here's Gerardo. Oof, just wide. Well. It is quite ridiculous, really. Christensen, Barrios, Hamer. Yeah, decent from Brodie Hughes there. Good interception. But that sort of grit and determination from the start of the season that we just would not be beaten. It just seems to have gone. I don't quite understand. I honestly do not know what I've done to break it. Anyway, here's Gonzaga. Gets it Adam Ida. Good return for him. And if we can get him scoring, that might just get us going again. So it's 2-1. We've got 40 minutes to try and turn it around here. Here's Minty. This would be awesome. If we could get back on terms. Minty into the middle. Ida's with the header, Holding. It's going to be Martin with a great chance. Yes, Martin scores, and two of the substitutes have come on, and they have done that. That is what we are talking about. That's what a Cap Quad is all about at half-time. Tactical masterclass. And within 9 minutes of the second half, we are back in it, and that was awesome. And Martin just took his time and then absolutely braided it into the back of the net. And now we've got 35 minutes to try and go and get the victory, because if we can get 3 points here, that would be absolutely massive. Blackburn are going to beat Coventry, you would think. And as I say, these should be our hardest matches from now until the end of the season. Here's Raksaki, gets it to Will Hughes. Now here's Wood. Wood forward to Minty. Minty still going here. Come on, son. Minty into the middle. There's the header from Adingra. And, well, he's not had a good episode, has he? Simon Adingra, who's been the best player in the Championship this year. He's not quite managed to hit those heights. that we normally expect of him. I'm actually going to put Paul Glatzel on that left-hand side and hope that Glatzel gets it on his boot in the 18-yard box, because you feel like he's going to score at that point. But we have got a highlight here. Here's Gonzaga. Gonzaga into the middle. And there is... who was it? Martin, I think. Again, it was a beautiful save from the goalkeeper. But it didn't quite go our way. We've got 10 minutes left. We're going to go very attacking. It's so important that we win. Coventry have come back and it's 2-2 in the Blackburn game. But Blackburn have just scored 2 goals out of nowhere. It's all going on here. We really need this winner to keep that 4-point cushion. Come on. 6 minutes of added time. Oh my God. 3 minutes to go. I don't think we're going to get that final chance. Well, I suppose it is a point that we didn't think we were going to get, and we need to try and keep them confident. But boy, oh boy, are we struggling now. And it is going to be very, very tricky from now until the end of the season. You know, that's now 2 wins in the last 13. That's a really tough run of form. We haven't won for 5 matches. The last time we did win, it was against a relegation fodder in AFC Wimbledon. The only other win was Derby County. I mean, that was a good victory. But we're even struggling against the lower teams. This game against Carlisle, absolutely massive, because if we don't win that, Blackburn could overtake us. We've then got Coventry and Swansea, Plymouth. It's looking pretty good after that. But yeah, if the title race is still on, we will be back for Rotherham and Stoke come the next episode to finish off this season 7, I think it is. However, if we get back into form and there's a chance that we can seal the title or promotion before that, then we will be back. As soon as I get that first message of it can be sealed today, then we'll just keep playing from that point until we hopefully do it. But at the very least, we came back and drew that match. But the game against Reading, god awful. Oh my word, we are terrible at the moment. But hopefully we can bring it all back, and this time next episode we'll be celebrating promotion to the Premier League. But we're doing our best to try and bottle job it. But if you have enjoyed it, nonetheless, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for daily Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.